6, what's the grid on those CVs? Over.
They're about to cross into grid T6-915 by 14-9, moving at roughly 95 kph, over.
ഓക്കെ സോ സ്വന്തം അസുറേറ്റ് ആണ്. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ ഓക്കെ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഓഡിയോ കേൾക്കാറുണ്ടല്ലോ കേസിൽ ഓഡിയോ ഒക്കെ ക്ലിയർ ആണെന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ കഴിഞ്ഞ വട്ടം ഓഡിയോ കേട്ടില്ലായിരുന്നു. അപ്പോൾ ഈ വട്ടം ഓഡിയോ കേൾക്കുമെന്ന് പ്രതീക്ഷിക്കുന്നു. പിന്നെ എന്താ പറയുക, ജസ്റ്റ് ഒന്ന് വെയിറ്റ് കേസ് ഇപ്പോൾ ഒരു മിനിറ്റ് ഞാനൊന്ന് സെറ്റ് ആയിക്കോട്ടെ. ചെറിയൊരു സീൻ ഉണ്ടായി. ഓക്കെ 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 എന്തായാലും നമ്മൾ ഇന്ന് സീസൺ എന്താ പറയുക സെമി ഫൈനൽ സെക്കൻഡ് മാച്ച് അല്ലേ, സെമി ഫൈനൽ ഗ്രൂപ്പ് ബി മാച്ചുകളാണ് നിങ്ങൾ കാണാൻ പോകുന്നത്. ജസ്റ്റ് നമ്മളെ ഗ്രൂപ്പ് എ മാച്ചുകളൊക്കെ അവസാനിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് എന്തായാലും ബാക്കി ടീംസിൻ്റെ കാര്യമൊക്കെ പറയാം. അപ്പോൾ എല്ലാവർക്കും വെൽക്കം ടു സ്ട്രീം. നമ്മൾ ആക്റ്റീവ് ഫാർ നമ്മളെ G7X ആൻഡ് ടോക്സ് പിന്നെ എന്താ പറയുക എക്സ് റെനഗേറ്റ്സ് പ്രസൻറ്റ് ആക്റ്റീവ് ഫാർ സെമി ഫൈനൽ ഗ്രൂപ്പ് മാച്ചിലേക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കും സ്വാഗതം. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ ഇന്നത്തെ മാച്ചിൽ കടക്കുമ്പോഴേക്കും ഗ്രൂപ്പ് എ മാച്ചിലെ റിസൾട്ട് നമുക്ക് ജസ്റ്റ് ഒന്ന് പെട്ടെന്ന് പോയി നോക്കിയിട്ട് വരാം, അതല്ലെങ്കിൽ മോശമാവും. അപ്പോൾ ഗ്രൂപ്പ് എ മാച്ച് കൊടുത്തിരിക്കുന്നത് നമ്മൾ ഫസ്റ്റ് റൗണ്ട് നമ്മൾ സ്പെക്ക് ചെയ്തായിരുന്നു. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ ബാക്കി കാലൊക്കെ ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞായിരുന്നു. പക്ഷേ ജസ്റ്റ് എന്താ പറയുക എനിക്ക് ആ ഒരു ടൈമിൽ ബാക്കി കാര്യങ്ങളൊന്നും എന്താ പറയുക ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞത് നിങ്ങൾ കേട്ട് കാണത്തില്ല. ഓക്കെ നൈസൊരു മാച്ചായിരുന്നു. നമ്മൾ ആ ഒരു ഗ്രൂപ്പ് എ റൗണ്ട് 1 മാച്ച് ബ്ലാക്ക് ഔട്ട് അല്ല ഐസൊലേറ്റഡ്. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ ഈ മാച്ച് നോക്കുമ്പോഴേക്കും നമ്മുടെ സെമി ഫൈനൽ ഈ പോയിന്റ് ടേബിളും കാര്യം നോക്കുമ്പോഴേക്കും ടോപ്പ് 8 ടീംസിൻ്റെ പോയിന്റ് ടേബിൾ കാര്യം ജസ്റ്റ് നമുക്ക് വായിച്ചു. ST സ്പോർട്സ് ആണ് 2-1 നിൽക്കുന്നത്. അവർ ഏകദേശം 75 പോയിന്റുകളുണ്ട്. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ അവർ കിൽ പോയിന്റ്സ് ടോട്ടൽ 50 പോയിന്റ്സ് ഉണ്ട്. കിൽ പോയിന്റ്സ് നോക്കുമ്പോഴേക്കും അത് തൊട്ട് താഴെ തന്നെ എക്സോഡി വീക്കിങ്സ് ഉണ്ട്. അവർ 58 പോയിന്റോട് കൂടി ടോപ്പ് 2ലും അതുപോലെ XR ആൽഫ ആണെങ്കിൽ നോക്കുമ്പോഴേക്കും 49 പോയിന്റോട് ടോപ്പ് 3യും അതുപോലെ തന്നെ ടീം എലൈറ്റ് ഏഷ്യ അവരുടെ ടീം എലൈറ്റ് ഏഷ്യ ആയിരുന്നു ഫസ്റ്റ് റൗണ്ട് നമ്മളെ വിന്നറും കാലൊക്കെ കൊണ്ടുപോയി. പക്ഷേ എന്താ പറയുക കിൽ പോയിന്റ്സ് കാലൊക്കെ നോക്കി വരുമ്പോഴേക്കും അവർ ടോപ്പ് 4ലോട്ട് എത്തുകയാണ് നമ്മളെ ടീം എലൈറ്റ് ഏഷ്യ. അതുപോലെ XR പ്ലേസ് ഒക്കെ നോക്കുമ്പോഴേക്കും XR ആൽഫ ടീംസ് നല്ലൊരു പ്രകടനം എന്നായിരുന്നു ആ ഒരു റൗണ്ട് 1 മാച്ചിൽ നോക്കുമ്പോഴത്തേക്ക് ബ്ലാക്ക് ഐസൊലേറ്റഡ് നോക്കുമ്പോഴേക്കും എന്താ പറയുക എവിടെ നല്ല തന്നെ കില്ലൊക്കെ സ്കോർ ചെയ്ത ടീംസ് ആയിരുന്നു നമ്മൾ എന്താ പറയുക XR പ്ലേസ്. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ ബാക്കി നമ്മളെ NXT പ്ലേസും ഉണ്ട്. അതുപോലെ 6th പൊസിഷൻ. ഓക്കെ നമ്മൾ 5ാം സ്ഥാനത്തുള്ളത് നമ്മളെ മാഡ്മെൻ ഉണ്ട്. മാഡ്മെൻ ടീംസ് നല്ല രീതിയിൽ മികച്ച കളി തന്നെ കാഴ്ചവെച്ചു. അതുപോലെ ഇന്നത്തെ മാച്ച് ആരെടുക്കുമ്പോൾ കണ്ടെത്തുക നമ്മുടെ സെമി ഫൈനൽ ഗ്രൂപ്പ് ബി റൗണ്ട് 1 മാച്ചിലാണ് കടക്കാൻ പോകുന്നത്. എന്തായാലും ഓക്കെ നമ്മൾ എന്തായാലും കുറച്ച് നിമിഷങ്ങൾ മാച്ച് സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നതായിരിക്കും. അപ്പോൾ എന്തായാലും നമുക്ക് വെയിറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ കേസ്. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ നമ്മുടെ ഇന്നത്തെ മാച്ചിലെ സ്ലോട്ടും കാലൊക്കെ നോക്കുമ്പോഴേക്കും ജസ്റ്റ് നമുക്ക് സ്ലോട്ടൊക്കെ ഒന്ന് ഞാൻ ഇൻട്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്ന സ്ലോട്ട് ഇൻട്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ഇവിടെ കമൻറ്റേറ്റേഴ്സ് വരും എങ്കിലും എൻ്റെ ഒരു ആശയത്തിന് വേണ്ടി ഞാൻ ജസ്റ്റ് ഒന്ന് സ്ലോട്ടും കാലൊക്കെ ഒന്ന് ഇൻട്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്യാൻ കേസ്. ഓക്കെ എന്തായാലും ജസ്റ്റ് അതൊന്ന് ഇൻട്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്തിട്ട് അതുപോലെ ക്യാമറ പിടിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്ന ചെറുതായിട്ടൊരു സീൻ ഉണ്ട്. ഓക്കെ എന്നാലും നമ്മൾ സ്ലോട്ട് നമ്പർ 3 നമ്മളത്തേക്ക് 8X Twitter X ആണ്. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ സ്റ്റോപ്പ് 4 നമ്മൾ ടീം KG ആണ്. സ്റ്റോപ്പ് 5 നമ്മളത്തേക്ക് INF iSports ആണ്. സ്റ്റോപ്പ് 6 നമ്മൾ TDC Elite ആണ്. സ്റ്റോപ്പ് 7 നമ്മളത്തേക്ക് 30 FPS സ്റ്റോപ്പ് 8 എക്സ്റ്റർ. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ സ്റ്റോപ്പ് 9 നോക്കുമ്പോഴേക്കും വെനം eSports ആണ്. സ്റ്റോപ്പ് 10 നോക്കുമ്പോഴേക്ക് ഡാർക്ക് വാരിയസും അതുപോലെ തന്നെ എക്സോട്ടിക് eSports ആണ്. സ്റ്റോപ്പ് 11 നോക്കുമ്പോഴേക്കും അതുപോലെ തന്നെ സ്റ്റോപ്പ് 12 നോക്കുമ്പോഴേക്കും നമ്മൾ LGT NSG അതുപോലെ തന്നെ സ്റ്റോപ്പ് 12 നോക്കുമ്പോഴേക്കും 30 നോക്കുമ്പോഴേക്കും ചാപ്രി ഗ്യാങ്. സ്റ്റോപ്പ് 14 നോക്കുമ്പോൾ അസാസിൻ ബ്ലാക്ക് ഓക്സ്. സ്റ്റോപ്പ് 50 നോക്കുമ്പോഴേക്കും ട്രൈബോക്സ് എനോ ടീംസും. സ്റ്റോപ്പ് 60 നോക്കുമ്പോൾ LBT ഇനേർഷ്യം. അതിന് സ്റ്റോപ്പ് 70 നോക്കുമ്പോഴേക്ക് ഇൻഫിനിറ്റി eSports ആണ്. ഓക്കെ എന്തായാലും നമ്മൾ സ്ലോട്ടും കാലൊക്കെ നോക്കുമ്പോഴേക്കും ബാക്കി ജസ്റ്റ് ലൈവ് സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ ടൈം ആണെന്ന് കൃത്യമായിട്ട് അറിയാം. 7:45 ആണെന്ന് തോന്നുന്നു. ഓക്കെ ജസ്റ്റ് ഞാനൊന്ന് നോക്കിയിട്ട് വരട്ടെ കേസ്. ഓക്കെ അത് ടൈം എൻ്റെ ആയ സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യണമെന്ന് നമ്മൾ പറയുന്നതായിരിക്കും. ഓക്കെ എന്തായാലും ഓക്കെ ജസ്റ്റ് ഒന്ന് പറയാം അത്ര ഉള്ളൂ കേസ്. അപ്പോൾ എന്തായാലും ഇന്നത്തെ മാച്ച് എങ്ങനെ ആയി തീരുമില്ല നമുക്ക് കണ്ടു തന്നെ നോക്കാം കേസ്. നമ്മൾ ഗ്രൂപ്പ് ബി മാച്ചിലാണ് റൗണ്ട് 1 ഫസ്റ്റ് ഐസൊലേറ്റഡ് ആണ്. ഓക്കെ ഞാൻ പറയുന്നത് എത്രത്തോളം ആൾക്കാർക്ക് മനസ്സിലാകുമെന്ന് എനിക്കറിയത്തില്ല. ഓക്കെ അത് വേറെ കാര്യം. എന്നാലും മാക്സിമം ആൾക്കാർക്ക് മനസ്സിലാവുമെന്ന് പ്രതീക്ഷിക്കുന്നു കേസ്. പിന്നെ സൗണ്ട് എന്തെങ്കിലും ഇഷ്യൂ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ക്ഷമിക്കുക കേസ്. അത് ചെറിയ മൈക്ക് ഷേക്കാവുന്നതിന് ചെറിയൊരു ഇഷ്യൂ ഉണ്ടാവാൻ ചാൻസ് ഉണ്ട്. പിന്നെ അതുപോലെ തന്നെ ഒരു ക്യാമറ പിടിച്ചിരിക്കുന്ന പോസ്റ്റിന് കുറച്ച് സീനാണ്. ഓക്കെ എന്തായാലും നമ്മൾ ഈ ഒരു മാച്ച് എങ്ങനെ പോകുമില്ലെന്ന് കണ്ടു തന്നെ നോക്കാം. നൈസ് ടീംസൊക്കെയാണ് നമ്മൾ ക്വാളിഫൈ എന്താ പറയുക ക്വാർട്ടർ ഫൈനൽ മാച്ച് ക്വാളിഫൈ ആയ അത്യാവശ്യം നല്ല തന്നെ എന്താ സ്കോർ ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ട് ഒരുപാട് ടീംസിനൊക്കെ കടത്തി വെട്ടിക്കൊണ്ട് മുന്നേറി നൈസായിട്ട് സെമി ഫൈനൽ കടന്ന ടീംസാണ്. അതുകൊണ്ട് തീർച്ചയായിട്ടും അവരെങ്ങനെ കളിക്കുമില്ല നമുക്ക് കണ്ടു തന്നെ നോക്കണം. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ ഫസ്റ്റ് റൗണ്ടും സെക്കൻഡ് റൗണ്ടൊക്കെ അത്യാവശ്യം നല്ല രീതിയിൽ മാക്സിമം എല്ലാവരും പോയിന്റ്സ് കിൽ പോയിന്റ്സ് ഒക്കെ ലീഡ് ചെയ്യാൻ നോക്കട്ടെ. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ ആ ഒരു പോയിന്റ് ടേബിൾ ഇടം പിടിക്കാൻ നോക്കട്ടെ. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ ഫൈനലോട് ക്വാളിഫൈ ആവാനും പറ്റട്ടെ എല്ലാ ടീംസിനും ആശംസിച്ച് കൊള്ളുന്നു. ഓക്കെ അതുപോലെ തന്നെ 8 ഫസ്റ്റ് സ്റ്റോപ്പ് ആക്കണമെന്ന്. ഓക്കെ എന്തായാലും ജസ്റ്റ് നമുക്ക് എന്തായാലും 8:42 ആ ഒരു ടൈം വരെ എന്തായാലും സംസാരിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കും. എന്തായാലും അതുപോലെ തന്നെ 8:45 മാച്ച് സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ഓക്കെ എന്തായാലും മാച്ച് സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്. ഓക്കെ അപ്പം നൈസായിട്ട് നോക്കുമ്പോഴേക്കും ഗെയ്സ് അപ്പോൾ ഓക്കെ ഗെയ്സ് ഒരു ചെറിയ സീനുണ്ടായി. വേറെ നല്ല റൂമിലോട്ട് ഒരാൾ കയറിയെന്നാണ് ഗെയ്സ്. ഓക്കെ എന്തായാലും എന്താ പറയുക നമുക്ക് പിന്നെ എന്താ പറയുക, നമ്മൾ ഇന്നത്തെ മാച്ച് കണ്ടന്റ് നോക്കി ഇപ്പോൾ ഞാനിപ്പം ജസ്റ്റ് ഒന്ന് വോയിസ് സോറി നമ്മളെ ക്യാമ ഓഫ് ആക്കുകയാണ്. നമുക്ക് എന്തായാലും അടുത്തൊരു മാച്ച് സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യുമ്പോഴേക്കും നമ്മൾ ക്യാമ ഓണാക്കി സെറ്റാക്കി വരുന്നതായിരിക്കും. ഓക്കെ, ബൈ ഗൈസ്.
Hello, guys. So, welcome to an exciting match of the semifinals today. And we have our teams here. So, 8-bit, Team KGI, INF Esports, TDC Elite, 30 FPS, Exter, Venom Esports, Dark Warriors, Exotic Esports, LGT, Chapri Gang, Assassins, Blackhawks, Tribe of Zeno teams and LBD in Asia and also Infinity Esports. So unfortunately, we were unable to conduct our matches today due to the untimely passing of one of the bright gems in our community. My condolences to him and his family. Uh, so today is the match, and yesterday's match has been postponed to today, which is the semi-final. So it is going to be an exciting matchup today, and I hope you all are excited and hope you all are ready for the dynamite of the match for today. And we have all the teams coming in right now, and the slots are almost getting filled up. And I will be alone today. Unfortunately, my colleague James could not make it for today. He is a little busy, so I will be all alone. So please bear with me. And yeah, so let's go to this. And I can see that, let me check. I can see that 52 members out of 68 has already joined and it is still getting filled up. So, guys, are you excited for today's match? So, you can go ahead and share your thoughts in our chat and yes, please do that and share your support and give support to your team and cheer for them, which means a great deal for them, right? So, we are about to start the match, which will happen in another minute or two. We are still waiting for a few more players. I think 8-bit has only 2 players who have joined, and rest almost all the teams are filled up, apart from I think 3 or 4 teams, which I can see are only left with 2 or 3 players in their team. Right. So the time right now is 8:45. We are about to start the match, and I think the map. Right now the map is showing us blackout. So is it blackout we are playing? It is isolated, right? So I think we will have to change that. Okay, so I'm back. Do not started the match yet. We are still waiting for a few more teams, and there are some players who have not downloaded the map yet, which is Blackout. And I would suggest everyone to just please go ahead and make it as soon as possible in case you haven't, because this is going to be a little bit of a problem, and we still have players coming in. We are about to start the match, so guys, please be quick. Right. So I could see some of the players who have not downloaded the Blackout map. So please do that for the next matchup because we have the next matchup happening in Blackout. So please go ahead and download the map ASAP so that we can make sure that all the teams have all the players playing for them. And yeah, so the match is about to start. Right. So we can see KGI with the full gang already for action. Okay, so the match has already started. And let's see what the flight path is going to be, and let's see what exciting actions awaits us for today's matchup. So we have all the big names over here playing this particular matchup, and we have 8-bit Rats, Team KGI, INFE Sports, TDC Elite, 30 FPS, Exter, Venom Sports, Dark Warriors, that is DW, Exotic Esports, LGT, Chapri Gang, Assassins, Blackhawks, the Tribal Winner teams, LBD, Inertia, and Infinity Esports. So all these teams will be fighting really, really hard for today in order to get to the finals. They will be trying to secure as much points as possible in order to make sure that they are going to secure their place in the finals. And this is going to be really, really exciting because there are some of our really good teams competing each other in this match. And let's see, the flight path is down the center of the map. So the flight path is going to be from frigid wetlands to practice range. So it is almost at the center. So I think everyone will be a little bit scattered out because everyone is going to be a bit careful today. And this is definitely a prize pool match. So please guys, be very, very careful when you play and do your best. My wishes to all the teams that are playing today. And we can see some players landing in. Okay, so one team is in Sanitarium, the next is in Harbor. We can see players in Frigid Wetlands. Okay, no, nobody has landed in Frigid Wetlands. Sorry, it's Sanitarium. And one team has gone to Sakura, and right now we are going to LBD Joker, and I think there is only one team that has landed over here, and that is LBD, and they are just trying to secure their loot so that they will be ready for the fight anytime. And okay, so I don't see any fight happening at the moment right now. We will have to wait and watch what is going to happen. Okay, there is a fight. There was a fight that went on. I think. Okay, so TDC has already lost their one player, which we have missed out on, and there is shooting going on. And LRX, Ravan. Okay, Ravan is just searching for a gun. He was getting shot, but I think he escaped that particular fight. And let's see, we have two teams over here. We have 30 FPS and okay, so we have INS as well over here. Let's see what is going to happen. This is going to be an exciting fight for sure. 30 FPS is moving right towards the enemy if I'm not wrong. So he's trying to secure as much loot as possible. So ILF is making a push, I believe. INF, oh no, they're still looting. They're still looting down, and 30 FPS, they are looting from the top. So we can expect a fight anytime now. So I have a feeling they have spotted each other for sure. And right, so what is going to happen here, guys? What do you think? And let's see if they are going to take the fight. So they are using the refitter, which is good. Refitter comes in handy most of the time because at least it gives you more opportunity to move around when you're getting hit. So let's see. This is the place where two teams are there, and 30 FPS obviously have a small advantage because they are at the top, and one of the guys have gone over the tank, and he is trying to spot the enemies. Right. So there are only two teams over here. So INF is sticking together, and I think 30 FPS has an aerial view right now. So they will be able to see what is coming, and they will be definitely able to um, determine the position where INF most of the players are, because one guy is on top, and INF is just making a move away from that place.
Airdrop incoming.
So let's see if there will be an action or if they are going to be. It seems like INF has not decided to take the fight at the moment. I think it is because of a small height advantage. And right now, what is happening is, I'm so sorry. INF is moving to a higher ground, and I think they are going to take a fight from here. Yes, as expected, INF has made a really good move over there. They know that 30 FPS is already there, so they have made a move towards the higher ground so that they can get an advantage over the other. In the meanwhile, let's go to TDC. TDC only has 3 players in their team, so they have to be very careful when they take a fight. Okay, so we are off to ASN, who also has only 3 players. And okay, so DW is near ASN. It is going to be ASN versus DW. I think both have spotted each other. I think both knows that there is another team waiting for them. And there is a fight going on. DW Victor has knocked down one of the players from ASN, and so DW has made a good push, and they are pushing towards the other team, the other player from ASN. So ASN, he is trying to flee from the play, but unfortunately he was not able to. And DW has already secured 2 kills, and they have knocked 2 players from ASN. And DW as well has only 3 players playing for today. And ASN BH Clever, if I'm not wrong. Okay, BH Clever has fled from the place. I think he will be waiting to take his teammates' tags, but there is another action going on here. Okay, so KGI is pushing towards IE. 2 or 3 players were on top of this particular tower, but KGI made a very good push. They have knocked down both the players. They had only 2 players, so that is the reason why they were on top, being a bit careful. But KGI spotted them. KGI went and wiped IE. So IE is wiped, and now KGI is making a move from the place. Right. So now ASN has only 1 player, and he will have to go and take the tag of his teammates so that they can make sure they can secure a spot in the final. And right now we are expecting CG Chapri Gang. So Chapri Gang has already taken the chopper, so they will be conducting an aerial attack for sure. So they will be searching for the players where they can jump, and they have also taken the drop. And we have 14 teams still left, so only 1 team has been wiped, and that team had only 2 players playing in that particular team, which is IE, and they are wiped. And now we have 47 players left, And right now we are spectating 8-bit. 8-bit only has 2 players, so they also have to be very, very careful when they're taking a fight.
Airdrop
Right.
incoming.
So what is happening here? We are now going to DW. Okay, DW has knocked the third player from ASN, which
Airdrop has
means
been
I
delivered.
believe ASN, whether was he able to bring the last player back? No, they were not able to. So I presume ASN is also wiped. So DW has wiped ASN. And now let's see what DW is going to do here. So they are trying to secure as much loot as possible for them. And okay, right now we are back to CG. So CG is on the chopper, so they are trying to just go ahead and find the enemies because he secured their custom weapons, which is a great advantage for them. And they will be all ready to fight. So now, and they are just waiting to see something so that they can take a fight. And so far, the fights were there, but it was not that intense. But I am sure this is going to be a really, really exciting matchup. The more people we have, the more intense the fight will be. So, I mean, especially towards the last zone. So we need as many teams as possible. So right now, it is we are spectating. Okay.
Chip terminal
So
is
CG is
offline.
already here. CG has spotted their
Airdrop
enemies,
has been
and
delivered.
they have one of the guys have taken. That is CG Novita has taken the high ground, and he is trying to just make a move over here, sniping. And it is VRG,
The safe
so
zone is
there is
collapsing.
VRG as well along with them. So there are 3 teams over here. We can definitely expect a good fight in nuclear plant. In the meanwhile, let's see 8-bit. Okay, 8-bit is going in the middle, through the middle of all the 3 players. So they have escaped. They are trying to shoot them down, but it is going to be very difficult since they are on the bike. And are they taking a view? And there they are. Okay, so there is a fight going on between CG is trying to snipe them down, and right, they have not yet.
Airdrop incoming.
They were not yet able to get a kill. So Yash is trying to snipe again. And Sharpshooter. Okay, Sharpshooter has knocked down CG Sub-Zero. Right, so CG is one
The
player
revived
down,
flight will be
which
landing.
leaves them with a small disadvantage, and they are trying to smoke the place with Nova gas. Right, so what is going to happen here? So VRG is also right beside 3G. So there are 3 teams fighting, and in the meanwhile, let's go to LBD. So LBD, I think 2 teams, two players are down. Daddy Rec has knocked down the second player from LBD, and okay, LBD Sunny is just trying to get the tag, I believe. So there is another action going on there. Exotic 50 has knocked down one of the players, and I'll quickly determine who that is. But yeah, Exotic 2-3. Okay, so there is an action going on between Exotic and INF and TDC. Okay, there are 3 teams over here. So this is going to be an exciting fight. All 3 mighty teams are here, and Exotic is making a push towards INF, and Exotic is left with all the 4
Airdrop
players.
incoming.
And INF is also there. INF, I think they have gone away from this place, but are they going to take a fight? We will have to wait and watch. So in the meanwhile, PG and all these guys are over here in nuclear plant. Still, they are just trying to find an opportunity in order to get an advantage over the other and make the push at the right time. And right now we can see DB Cooper, and okay, so the fight is getting intense over here. So CG Dronzer is down. LGT has knocked down CG Dronzer.
Engaging the enemies!
Right, so what is going to happen here? Right, this is pretty exciting. Right, so I think CG is left with only. Okay, CG has all 3 players, and one of the guys has been knocked. Okay, so DB Clipper is. I mean, he has already spotted, and that is a good. That was
Enemy
a
eliminated.
great, accurate shot by DB Cooper, and CG is CG's player is down. And now let's go to sharpshooter. The sharpshooter is
Almost ready.
trying to just get some loot if I'm not wrong. Yeah. Okay, so CG, I think they have only 2 players left, so they have to be very careful right now. And in the meanwhile, there is an action going on. Here, LBD, I think, is surrounded. No, but LBD, it is LBD versus DW. So DW, one of the players from DW has been to I did not
Engaging the enemies.
get who that was. Right, so LBD is down with only 1. Okay, so there is some intense action going on over here. And Sagopi has been knocked down by Daddy Red. Team Exter has made a push over here, and that was a good fight. And right now we are off to Exotic. So Exotic has already knocked down 2 players, I believe, from Tox. So Tox Daddy is on top, and he has a small advantage, but unfortunately both his teammates are down. And LBD is left with 2 players. Tox is left with only 1 player. And PG is left with 2 players. So all these teams should be very, very careful when they make a push. And let's go ahead and see what is happening here. So Tox Daddy is also down. ASM has gotten the last kill of one of the players from Tox, which is Tox Daddy. So Tox is also down, and we have ASM with 2 players, and I think they are waiting for their teammate. So in the meanwhile, let's go to LGT. So okay, TDC Dark Claw has been knocked down, and CG Sub-Zero has been knocked down. From whom it is not so clear. It seems like he has died himself. Okay, so right, so there is a fight going on between Exotic and KGI. Let's see, Exotic is left with all the 4 players, so KGI has 1 player down, and all the 3 players are left. So KGI Manraj, KGI Real Champ, and YT Illusion 7. Okay, they're all there. Let's see if they will be able to make a comeback. KGI. In the meanwhile, I can see some other teams pushing towards standoff where all the action is happening. So Exotic has gotten. Okay, I think ASM is wiped by Exotic because Exotic has made a good push. So KGI has been wiped, and DB Cooper has knocked down 70 Justice YT. And okay, so KGI, what is happening with KGI right now? Let's see what is going to happen. So Exotic has wiped. I think they were the reason for 2 teams to get wiped, unfortunately. And we have some sniping action going on here. KGI Manraj is trying to snipe Team INF, and they are making a push. Let's see. This is going to be an exciting fight. Let's see if KGI. It is going to be definitely a 3 versus 4 situation, if I am not wrong. And right, so there is Exotic as well behind them, and there is some sniping action going on. And KGI Manraj and KGI Real Champ. Okay, so they are having an advantage over Exotic. So Exotic, I think they were surrounded by, I think 2 or 3 teams. And Exotic, what has happened with Exotic? We will have to wait and watch if they will be able to come back. And INF Alien. Okay, INF has taken the fight finally. So INF has taken the fight. They found the right
Down to the
opportunity to
last
take
5
the
teams.
fight, and they have done that. Oh, INF already has 3 players, so that may be the reason why they were a bit careful. Right, so all the action is happening here. We are almost off to the last zone. So KJ Manraj has been knocked down. And Sharpshooter, right. So, okay, Sharpshooter is getting sorry, it is short GSYT
Chip
LTT. Okay,
terminal is almost ready.
so he is trying to just regroup with his teammates, and in the meanwhile, so INF has all the 3 players left, and let's see, I think we are left with 4 teams if I'm not wrong. 1, 2,
The safe
3,
zone is
4. I
collapsing.
think so. Yeah, let's go ahead and see what's going to happen here. So this is where all the exciting action will happen. So we can't take our eyes off even for 1 moment. So I can see INF RLG is making a move over here, and LGT has. I mean, they have taken a fight with LGT. DB Cooper is almost knocked, and yes, as expected, because DB Cooper did not have any health left. Any armor left has been broken, and INF is already getting shot, and Sharpshooter knocked down one of the players. Okay, that was a good move by LBD Nova. The Dragonist is down, and we have 2 players from. Okay,
Getting close
INF
to
Alien.
victory.
INF is
We have a
playing
winner.
very well today, and I think okay. I think Sharpshooter, right? Team number 12. They have won the match. That is LGT if I'm not wrong. We will have to wait and watch what the stats will be. Right, so they have made a really, I mean, they have gotten a few kills, like they have 13 kills, and well done, LGT. So that was a pretty good intense matchup right there, and we will have to see the standings. So based on that, we will decide who is going to reach the final. And yes, LGT, they have 13 kills and they have come first. And INF, they have 3 kills. They have played a really good game today, and they have come second. And LBD has gotten 8 kills. BRG with 4 kills, even though they had only 2 players playing for them. And KGI has 2 plus 2 4. That is 7 kills. So KGI has secured the 5th position. Exotic, they have played really well today, and Exotic has 7 kills with 6th position. And now CG has only 1 kill, and they have secured the 7th position. And okay, 30 FPS team, if I'm not wrong. So they have secured the 8th position with 2 kills. ASN only with 3 players, they have secured the 9th position with 1 kill. TDC has 0 kills, and they have come 10th. Tox 11th, and Exter has come 12th, and 13th is DW, and Apex was 14th with 0 kills, and IE, okay, IE had 3 players, and they were the first one to get wiped. So that was the action today, guys. That is the result, and hope you have enjoyed it, and I will see you on the next matchup, which will be Blackout. Till then, adios.
മാച്ചുകൾ കഴിയുകയാണ് ഐസൊലേറ്റഡ്. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മുടെ ടീം 12 ആയിട്ടുള്ള LGT NST ആണ് നമ്മൾ ഈ മാച്ച് വിന്നർ ആയിരിക്കുക. നിങ്ങൾ കണ്ടാണെന്ന് പ്രതീക്ഷിക്കുന്നു. ഓക്കെ, ലൈവിൽ ഇത് കേൾക്കാൻ പറ്റുമോ എന്ന് അറിയത്തില്ല, ഞാൻ ഒന്നുകൂടെ റിപ്പീറ്റ് അടിക്കാം ഗെയ്സ്. ഓക്കെ, എന്തായാലും ജസ്റ്റ് നമ്മൾ അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ സെമി ഫൈനൽ ഗ്രൂപ്പ് ബി മാച്ചിൽ റൗണ്ട് 1 മാച്ച് അവസാനിക്കുകയാണ്. ആക്ച്വൽ ഓക്കെ, നമ്മൾ ഫസ്റ്റ് റൗണ്ടിൻ്റെ വിന്നർ ആയിരിക്കുന്നത് മറ്റാരുമല്ല LGT NST ആണ്. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ ടോപ്പ് കില്ലും അതുപോലെ ടോട്ടൽ കിൽ പോയിന്റ്സിൽ ബേസ് നോക്കുമ്പോഴേക്കും അവരാണ് എനിക്ക് അബൌട്ട് 13 കില്ലുകൾ സ്കോർ ചെയ്ത് അവരാണ് ജസ്റ്റ് നമ്മുടെ ടോപ്പ് 1 ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ളത്. കിൽ പോയിന്റ്സിൽ നോക്കുമ്പോഴേക്കും പോസിറ്റീവ് പോയിന്റ്സ് അവർ തന്നെയാണ്. പിന്നെ അതിൽ ബാക്കിയുള്ള ടീംസ് എല്ലാം 7 കില്ലുകൾ സ്കോർ ചെയ്ത് ഒരുപാട് ടീംസ് ഉണ്ട്. അതുപോലെ 5 കില്ലുകൾ വീതം സ്കോർ ചെയ്തും ഒരുപാട് ടീംസിന് നമ്മൾ ജസ്റ്റ് ശ്രദ്ധിച്ചായിരുന്നു. ഞാൻ നോക്കട്ടെ ഏതൊക്കെ ടീംസായിരുന്നു നമ്മൾ. ഓക്കെ, എനിക്ക് ടോപ്പ് 3യിൽ നിൽക്കുന്ന ടീംസൊക്കെ അതുപോലെ LBD ഓക്കെ, LBD നോക്കുമ്പോഴേക്കും ടോട്ടൽ 8 കില്ലുകൾ സ്കോർ ചെയ്തായിരുന്നു. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ എന്താ പറയുക, നമ്മൾ ഷോർട്ട് ഫൈറ്റ് നമ്മൾ എന്താ പറയുക ഫസ്റ്റ് പൊസിഷൻ ലീഡ് ചെയ്യുന്ന ആ ടീംസ് കാര്യം നോക്കുമ്പോഴേക്കും 2 പ്ലേയേഴ്സ് 5 വെച്ച് കില്ലുകൾ സ്കോർ ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്. അതുപോലെ ഷാർപ്പ് ഷൂട്ട് ആണെങ്കിലേക്ക് 3 കില്ലുകൾ സ്കോർ ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്. ഒരു നൈസ് മാച്ച് ആയിരുന്നു. എന്തെങ്കിലും പറയാം, ജസ്റ്റ് എന്താ പറയുക അത്രത്തോളം ഫൈറ്റൊന്നും ആദ്യം നമുക്ക് കാണാൻ പറ്റില്ല. പക്ഷേ പിന്നെ പയ്യനെ പോയിപ്പോഴേക്കും നല്ല ഫൈറ്റുള്ള കാലിലൊക്കെ നമുക്ക് കവർ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റിയൊരു മാച്ചായിരുന്നു നമ്മൾ ഈ ഒരു റൗണ്ട് 1 ഗ്രൂപ്പ് ബി മാച്ച് നോക്കുമ്പോഴേക്കും. പിന്നെ എന്താ പറയുക, ആദ്യം ഇല്ലാതെ അവസാനമായിരുന്നു ടോട്ടൽ ഫൈറ്റ് ഒക്കെ നോക്കുമ്പോൾ. അവസാനമൊക്കെ ആയപ്പോഴത്തേക്ക് ആയിരിക്കും ഇപ്പോട്ട് 10 ടീംസൊക്കെ ഇലവായിരുന്നു. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ ഇടയ്ക്കിടയ്ക്ക് ചെറിയ എന്താ പറയുക സിംഗിൾ പ്ലേസ് സോളോ പ്ലേസ് ഒക്കെ നിന്നായിരുന്നു ഒരുപാട് ടീംസിൽ സെലവായിരുന്നു. അതുകൊണ്ട് നമുക്ക് ഫുൾ സ്കോർ ഒന്നും ആയിട്ടില്ലായിരുന്നു. അതിൽ 11 ടീംസോളം ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. ആ ഒരു സെക്കൻഡ് ലാസ്റ്റ് ആ ഒരു തേർഡ് സോണൊക്കെ ആയപ്പോഴത്തേക്ക് സെക്കൻഡ് ലാസ്റ്റ് സോണിന് തൊട്ട് മുമ്പുള്ള സോണൊക്കെ വരെ ജസ്റ്റ് എന്താ പറയുക അത്രത്തോളം പ്ലേസും കാര്യമൊക്കെ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. ഓക്കെ, നൈസ് ഒരു മാച്ചാണ് നോക്കുമ്പോൾ ഈ ആ റൗണ്ട് 1. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ ഒരു സെമി ഫൈനൽ എന്താ പറയുക ഫൈനലോട്ട് ക്വാളിഫൈ ആവാൻ വേണ്ടി എല്ലാവരും മാക്സിമം അവരെ പറ്റുന്നോളം അത്രയും ശ്രമിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. നോക്കുമ്പോഴേക്കും അത്രത്തോളം ഹോൾഡൊക്കെ ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ട് മാക്സിമം സർവൈവും ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ട് എത്രത്തോളം ഹോൾഡ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും അതുപോലെ ഫൈറ്റും കാലം കവറും ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ട് നൈസൊരു ഫൈറ്റൊക്കെ എന്താ പറയുക അവർ കളിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. പിന്നെ നമ്മൾ എന്താ പറയുക ജസ്റ്റ് ഇടയ്ക്കിടയ്ക്ക് നമ്മൾ ചെറിയ ഫൈറ്റുകളും കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ നമുക്ക് കവർ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റിയായിരുന്നു. നോക്കുമ്പോഴേക്കും എന്താ പറയുക ജസ്റ്റ് എന്താ പറയുക നമ്മൾ ഒരേ ടൈമിൽ 3-4 ടീംസ് കയറി ചെന്ന് അടിക്കുന്ന ഫൈറ്റുകളും കാലം നടക്കുന്നത്. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ ഫുൾ കൺഫ്യൂസ് ആയിട്ട് ഫൈറ്റുകളായിരുന്നു. പിന്നെ മാക്സിമം കവർ ചെയ്യാൻ നോക്കിയിട്ടുള്ള ഇതൊരാളൊന്ന് ഫൈറ്റ് കാണിക്കുന്നില്ലെന്നൊക്കെ ജസ്റ്റ് കമൻറ്റ് ചെയ്തായിരുന്നു. പക്ഷേ ഫുൾ മാക്സിമം ഫൈറ്റിലൊക്കെ നമ്മൾ കാണിച്ചായിരുന്നു. പിന്നെ എന്താ കേസ് ലാസ്റ്റ് സോണി നൈസ് ഫൈറ്റ് ആയിരുന്നു. INFും അതുപോലെ തന്നെ പറയാം നമ്മൾ LGT NSGയും ആയിട്ട് നല്ലൊരു ഫൈറ്റ് തന്നെയായിരുന്നു. അവസാനം നമ്മൾ LGT NSG ആണ് ആ നൈസാണ് വിന്നർ കൊണ്ടുപോകുന്നത്. അതിൽ റൗണ്ട് 2 മാച്ച് ബ്ലാക്ക് ഔട്ട് ആരെടുക്കുമില്ലെന്ന് കണ്ടെടുക്കാം. റൗണ്ട് 1 സംബന്ധിച്ചോളം നമുക്ക് ഒരിക്കലും പറയാൻ പറ്റത്തില്ല റൗണ്ട് 2 എങ്ങനെ ആയി തീരുമില്ലെന്ന്. അത് കണ്ട് തന്നെ നോക്കണം എങ്ങനെ ആയി തീരുന്നു. ഓക്കെ, അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ റൗണ്ട് 2 മാച്ച് 9:20 സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നതായിരിക്കും. ഓക്കെ, അതുവരെ നമുക്ക് വെയിറ്റ് ചെയ്യേണ്ടിയിരിക്കുന്നു. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ എനിക്ക് എന്തെങ്കിലും പറഞ്ഞുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കണം. ഓക്കെ, എന്തായാലും റൗണ്ട് 2 മാച്ച് കിടക്കുമ്പോഴേക്കും ഇത് സെയിം ടീംസ് പ്ലേസും കാര്യമൊക്കെ ആയിരിക്കും. പിന്നെ നമ്മളെ VRG പ്ലേസ് 2 പ്ലേസിനെ കൊണ്ട് അവർ ടോപ്പ് 4 എത്തിയായിരുന്നു. നോക്കുമ്പോൾ VRG ടീം 9 ആണ്. ഓക്കെ, അവർ ടോട്ടൽ 4 കിലോയുടെ കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ സ്കോർ ചെയ്തൊരു ടീംസാണ് നമ്മൾ VRG പ്ലേസ്. ഓക്കെ, നൈസ് ഒരു മാച്ച് ആയിരുന്നു. എക്സോട്ടിക്കൽ പ്ലേസ് ആണെങ്കിലൊക്കെ അവരും നല്ല കളിച്ചു. ടോട്ടൽ 7 കിലോ സ്കോർ ചെയ്ത് 6ാം സ്റ്റോറിലേക്ക് ലീഡ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. KG പ്ലേസ് ആണെങ്കിലൊക്കെ അവരും എബോട്ട് എത്രയാണെങ്കിൽ ജസ്റ്റ് അവർ നോക്കുമ്പോഴേ പുള്ളിക്കാരന്മാരെ ഒക്കെ 7 കിലോകൾ സ്കോർ ചെയ്ത് മുന്നേറുന്നു. അവർ ജസ്റ്റ് 5ാം സ്റ്റോറിൽ ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്. പിന്നെ അത് LBD പ്ലേസ് ആയിരുന്നു ടോപ്പ് 3. അത് INF ആയിരുന്നു. ടോപ്പ് 2 ഒക്കെ നോക്കുമ്പോഴേക്കും നമ്മൾ റാങ്കിൽ ടോപ്പ് 2 പൊസിഷൻ നോക്കുമ്പോഴേക്കും അത് ഡീറ്റെയിൽസ് കാണിലൊക്കെ നോക്കുമ്പോഴത്തേക്ക് കിൽ പോയിന്റ്സ് ടോപ്പ് നമ്മൾ എന്താ പറയുക LGT NST തന്നെയാണ്. മികച്ച മാച്ച് തന്നെയാണ്. നോക്കി എന്തായാലും കണ്ടു തന്നെ നോക്കാം എന്തൊക്കെയായി തീരും. പിന്നെ എല്ലാ ഈസിക്കും വാശര മനസ്സിലായിരുന്നു. അതുപോലെ ടോക്സിലെ പ്ലേസ് ആയാലും അതുപോലെ ബാക്കിയുള്ള എല്ലാ ടീംസും നല്ല അവരെ കൊണ്ട് പറ്റുന്നത്രയൊന്നും കളിച്ചു എന്ന് നമുക്ക് ഈ ഒരു മാച്ചിൽ കാണുമ്പോൾ തന്നെ മനസ്സിലാണ്. ഫൈനലോട്ട് കടക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി എല്ലാവരും കഠിനമായി പ്രയത്നിച്ചു. എന്തായാലും ജസ്റ്റ് നമുക്ക് ഓക്കെ കേസ് എന്തായാലും ഫൈനൽ ക്യാമിൻ്റെ കയ്യിലിരിക്കുന്നതുകൊണ്ട് എനിക്ക് ഷേക്ക് ആവുമായിരിക്കും. എന്തെങ്കിലും സൗണ്ടോ കാലം ഉണ്ടെന്ന് പറയാം. ഓക്കെ കേസ് ഓക്കെ എന്തായാലും 9:18 സമയത്ത് ഇപ്പം എനിക്ക് ക്യാം ഒന്ന് ഓഫാക്കാൻ സമയമായിട്ട് ഇപ്പം ബൈ കേസ്.
Right, guys, welcome to Blackout. So, this, as you know, this is the second matchup of the semi-final, and this is going to happen in Blackout. And we can see all the teams getting filled up over here. I can see most of the teams that I can see from the screen. They are all set with four players, and it will be the same teams as the last game that happened in Isolated. So, I'm not reading it out again. And that was an exciting matchup, as you could see. And I hope this matchup will be definitely equally exciting as the previous one. So let's wait and watch what is going to happen here. So there were some teams that were left with only 3 players in the last matchup. I hope that is not going to be the case this time, and because that will leave them with a great disadvantage. So guys, just try to fill up your. I mean, try to get as many players as possible. The players that are available for such tournaments, because it's a prize pool tournament, and you would not want to uh, lose the match just because you did not have enough people. So just before going for such matches, just make sure you have all the available resources playing for you guys. And right now, we are at the lobby, and we can see some teams coming in, and let's hope every slot is filled up. So still we are waiting for a few more players because only 49 players are there at the moment out of 72 which were supposed to come. So I understand it is a Sunday and you will have a lot of things to do, but yeah, so please just fill up your squad as much as possible. So we can see KGI all set with all the 4 players and INF as well all set with all the 4 players. TDC, okay, so the match has already started, right? So let's go, guys. Let's
Welcome
buckle
to
up for
Blackout,
this
soldier,
particular
and the
action
match is
because this is
about to start.
Blackout, and Blackout definitely is going to be a straightforward fight, and unlike Isolated, where you have room to go on top of the hills and take cover, and there is a lot of grass where you can take cover. But Blackout is definitely not like that. Blackout is a map where you spot an enemy, you can take the fight immediately because I mean it is kind of a plain. Uh, it is kind of plain. As you can see, you will have some trees and rocks to take cover, but apart from that, uh, taking cover is a big difficulty in Blackout. That is what makes this map a bit more interesting than Isolated for me. That is my opinion. So the countdown has begun, and let's wait and watch what
Time
is
for the
going
mission.
to
Get
happen
ready.
in this particular matchup. So here we go, and the flight path is through River Town. So construction site, which is high tier loot zone, then tracking tower, and that is also a high tier loot zone. I believe there will be people jumping in both sides. I hope because we can see some action up front in the beginning of the match itself. So there are a few teams that have jumped. We will have to wait and see where they are jumping. So I believe 2 teams are going to Nuketown Island. Okay, so that is because they found a chopper. So we can see some action early on over here. I can see one team in construction site. Nobody else has landed in construction site. Okay, so the second team has gone to hijacked instead of Nuketown Island, and we can see towards the end all the teams have spread out. Right, so we have gone to LBD right now. We are speculating LBD, and LBD is going to the dam. And there is one more team here in Hydro Dam. So this is going to be interesting because taking fight in this place is definitely a big difficulty because there is a lot of high ground over here. There is a lot of high ground. There is a lot of places where you can go and hide inside the dam. So what is going to happen here? It is going to be pretty interesting. Okay, ASN. So ASN is one of the teams that landed here, and LBD has lost one of the players. LBD Nova is knocked down, and ASN also has. Oh, I'm so sorry. It is LBD who got the kill. ASN is down 1 player right now. Right. So ASN Clever is down, and I hope they will be able to take the tanks. Let's wait and watch. And they are all LBD is actually at the time near the tag. They are trying to make sure that ASN is not going to take the tag of their teammate, and we will have to see what is going to happen here. They are trying to make a small flank, but I think LBD is not going to leave that tag alone. Right, so ASN, okay, so that was a good shot by LBD Sunny. ASN has lost their second player, and LBD is at a great advantage over here, and head ace ASN head ace is there. ASN head ace is just trying to get the tag. Meanwhile, all the LBD players are really sticking together in order to make sure that both tags are secure and ASN won't be able to
Chip terminal
take
is
the tag.
almost
So
ready.
let's see what is going to happen here. This is getting a bit interesting here. Right, so what do you guys think about this? Will he be able to get the tag or not? Because ASN has only two players left and LBD is
Safe zone is
just there
collapsing.
waiting for ASN. The moment they hear a footstep, that is it, they are going to take the fight because they have a great advantage of numbers over here. Right, so LBD, okay, so LBD has lost their third member. LBD Nova has knocked down Teddy. So only one player left. So one of the players from LBD has crossed past him, but unfortunately he was unable to spot the last player, which is Headace. So will they be able to? Okay, he has been spotted. Okay, LBD. Okay, Headace. Good job, Headace. He has knocked down one of the players from LBD. So now we are spectating Exotic. So Exotic has reached Hydro Dam. They want to take the fight. Exotic Ultron has made a great push, and LBD Sunny is knocked.
Airdrop incoming.
So Exotic Tushi is just, I mean, they know that LBD is inside, so they are just trying to push them. And in the meanwhile, Hades is there waiting to take the tags of his teammates. So the tag, I think it is a little bit scattered, which makes it difficult for him to take it and flee from the place or take a fight, which is unlikely to happen. So LBD is down one player. I can see three players are left, and the tag is still there untouched. It has not been taken yet.
Engaging the enemies.
And okay, Exotic is pushing, and he has given some shots to Headache. So they have spotted the last player from. Okay, they have spotted the last player from ASN. ASN. Okay, ASN is getting hit from Exotic, so Exotic has spotted them. I mean him, because only one player is left, and if he gets knocked, and that is it, ASN will be wiped. So he has to be very very careful. And now, in the meanwhile, let's go to Exter. We have some action going on over here. I think, okay, we have two teams over here. It is Exter versus, okay, they have to cross the river, which is right. We have Talk and Exter over here. So Talk's John Wick got knocked by Daddy Breath using sniper. And Daddy Res, okay. So they are not taking the river, they are just taking the bridge, just to make sure that, okay, they are safe. Right, so in the meanwhile, let's go to Exotic, and Exotic is, I mean, Exotic has done enough damage to both teams, and they are fleeing from the place.
We can land
And
here.
I'm not sure whether the last player, which is Headace from ASN, is still there or not, but if he is there, he will be looking forward to take the tags and revive the teammates. So right now we have INF versus right. So INF has lost two players, so which leaves them at a great disadvantage. And now Parley G is also down, which means INF has lost three players. Oh right, so INF has been wiped this time. So Shops LGT has obtained the last kill. Now let's move on
We
to
can land
TDC,
here.
who
We
has
can
only
land here.
3 players, if I'm not wrong. Yes, they have only 3 players. And so they are still in hijack. They made sure they secured all the loot they can. And I think they are ready for the fight, even though they are left. I mean, they have only 3 players. And right now we can see action over there. KGI versus Exotic, which is going to be a pretty interesting fight.
Engage.
So KGI Manraj is knocked down. Exotic Ultron has knocked down KGI Manraj. And okay, so I think it is evened out. KGI is left with 3 people. And Exotic 2 knocked down by KGI Real Champ, which leaves them with only 2 players. Let's see if they will be able to do some miracle over here. Exotic Saint is getting shot by. Okay. And now, okay, Real Champ has confirmed Tufi's kill. So let's go to multi-illusion KGI. And KGI has already gotten all the custom weapons that they need. And Exotic is down with only 1 player. And will they be able to go ahead and... Okay, so Exter is making a push over here. And Sharpshooter has knocked down that reflex. So what is happening here? Okay, this is the last player from... Okay, so he has knocked down Daddy Wreck as well. So Daddy Wreck is down. Exter is at a disadvantage over here. Because they are getting shot from behind and they have players ahead of them as well. Okay, so what is going to happen here? So George is making sure that he is not going to be zoned out. He is using medic, so he is making a wise move over here. Since he has medic, he can actually be outside of the zone for some time, but it is going to be pretty risky. And he's getting shot, so he has to be very careful. And he already has 3 kills. They have secured 5 kills, 6 kills as yet. And I think, okay, Exter is making a move. Exter is definitely making a move, and this is going to be pretty difficult for shots because Exter is reviving their teammates, and he's making a push right now. And what is going to happen here? Okay, right, that was a great move by Shot, and Daddy Drip has been knocked down, and oh, that was a great escape. Well done, Shots. That was a great escape. He already got all the tags as well, and okay, and he was waiting for the player from Exter in order to land so that he can make sure he can get a kill, and Exter is left with 2 players. I think they are out of the zone, but okay, that was a great play by Shots. Well done, Shots. Even though he got knocked, he made a great move over there. He took the fight head on. He used his strategies in order to survive for this long. So, which is great. I mean, this is the action that we want to see. And now Exotic is down with 2 players. I am not sure whether they were able to revive the remaining 2 players in their team, Exotic, because Exotic has done a good job in the last matchup. Let's hope. Okay, so Exotic, Exotic Saint has survived his teammates. So Exotic is going to be left with 4 players soon, which will leave them room to take fight. And now KGI has all the 4 players right now, and KGI is playing a bit carefully right now. They are okay. So 30 FPS is moving towards Exotic, and Exotic is left with 2 players. And if they know that, that is going to be a pretty difficult situation for Exotic. Exotic, do we have 2 players or do we have 1 player? We will have to wait and watch, because I can see only Exotic Saint's name there. I think they are left with only 1 player, and we have all the 4 players from 30 FPS, and they have spotted Exotic Saint, if I'm not wrong, because Exotic Saint is actually playing from the place, and I think he made a great escape from all 4 players in 30 FPS. In the meanwhile, let's go to the RG and Hendrix College. They are left with no kills yet, so they haven't taken any fights yet. And now we can see some action here. 30 FPS going to take a fight. Okay, so right, PG, that is tough again. PG is taking a fight right now. So CG, 30 FPS is doing a great job over here fending off CG. So CG is Okay, 30 FPS. They have 2 players down, and CG is left with 3 players. That is okay. So what is going to happen
Enemy
here?
down. Engaging the enemies.
Right. So there is a nade action going on. CG Spirit has been knocked down by the nade from Justice Whitey, and he is making a push. I do believe that he wants to make sure that he secures that kill before he gets revived. So CGI Spirit got revived. Well done,
I'm hurt.
CG. So okay, KGI is also there. KGI is also there, and they are wiped. Okay, 30 FPS have been wiped. If I'm not wrong. Yes, they are wiped. We can see CG versus KGI over here. Both are great teams. So let's see who is going to win this particular fight. And KGI Upper has knocked down CG Spirit. And there is a sniper action going on. Meanwhile, CG Sub-Zero is giving them support by sniping from here, which is a good move. And CG Sub-Zero. So CG is down with only 1 player. Right, I think I made a mistake there. Please pardon me.
The safe zone is collapsing.
Okay, so let's go to... Okay, I'm spectating now. So, yes, we are off to Exeter right now. So Exeter, I think they have revived all the players. Yes, they have revived all the players, and all the players are in the war zone. And let's see, we can see some action here definitely. So both have taken cover behind the pillar, and that is TDC versus Exeter. And Exeter is great when they are pushing. They are really good when they're pushing. They always stick together, and that is how they
Engaging the
secure
enemy.
most of the kills. Let's see if Exeter is going to make a push, but no, they are going on top. Okay, Daddy just has been knocked down. I can see LBD as well over here. So, okay, so Daddy Reflex is also down, and Exeter is left with only 1 player. So I think they made a wrong move by going on top, because on top LBD was waiting for them. Right. Right, so ASN has already been revived. Great headaches, great move by headache, because he is the one who revived everything. He's the only one who was there left in the team when they took a fight. And wow, that was a great move by Headache, and Headache has taken down 2 players from DW Witcher, and DW Zeus is down. Great shotgun action by him. And now let's go to YT Illusion, which is who's from KGI. So KGI, let's see what KGI is up to right now. So KGI already has 7 kills, which is great. Right, so KGI has lost one of the players, and I can see KGI Upper has knocked down one of the players from Chapri Gang, CG. And only CG Drons and YT is the one that is left in the team, and will he be able to do some damage? We will have to wait and find that out. And in the meanwhile, let's go to VR to Manav, and okay, we have some teams that has all the 4 players left.
Airdrop incoming.
Okay, so construction site has become a hot zone all of a sudden. I think we have 3 teams, everyone is pushing towards construction site. So those who are in construction site has a bit of an advantage, because those who are coming around, they can actually take a spot and they can try to snipe them down, which is going to be a which is going to be a situation where they will have a lot of advantage. So let's see, and he is focusing on the enemies that is trying to push towards construction site. And TDC has 3 players, so TDC is just taking a position, and they are being a bit careful because they have only 3 players. They have not taken a fight as yet. They haven't secured a kill just yet, but soon we will have to wait and see what is going to happen. So this is an interesting zone, guys. This is a very, very interesting zone, because this is going towards people who are inside the construction site at the moment has a bit of an advantage because there is a lot of room to take cover inside. So it is not an open fight as I expected in the beginning. I think I jinxed it. So let's see. KGI is left with all the 4 players and they are in the middle of the construction site building. And I think they will have to be a bit careful. There is a possibility that people can snipe them from on top, and it is very, very difficult to spot them in game. Okay, so the last player from CG Bronzer has gotten knocked by Headache, so ASM has risen back from the dead. They have done a great job because all the 3 players were down. Headers was the only one remaining, and he has made sure that his teammates are revived, and they are doing a pretty good job. And right now, I can see KGI pushing towards ASN, and ASN is down. ASN just got wiped. Anyways, well done ASN. That was a good matchup. And now we are left with 4 players. I mean 4 teams, if I'm not wrong. And all the 4 teams have all the 4 players, if I'm not wrong. Which, I mean, if that is the case, it is going to be really, really interesting. Because everyone has equal manpower in order to get an edge over the others. And this is a pretty bad situation over here for most of the teams, especially the teams who are outside. So the zone is coming in towards them and everyone is pushing towards the zone. Whoa, that is quite unfortunate. The zone has deceived some of these teams, and we can see VRG with an advantage over here. KGI has 1 player left. Okay. No, KGI has 3 players left, and VRG versus KGI. Let's see if KGI will be able to secure the victory, and they did. Well done, KGI. Well done. That was a great move by KGI. KGI was the one who pushed from outside towards the inside, and they have taken the victory, which sounds great, which is great actually. Well done, KGI. So KGI are the victors here, and let's see what the standings are going to be. So 3 plus 4, 7 plus 6, 13 plus 3, 16 kills. 16 kills is not a small deal, guys. That is pretty good. Good job, KGI. And let's now go to the points table. And KGI has secured 16 kills, and most of the other teams, everyone has played well. And KGI KGI are the winners today, and VRG they have come second, and LBD has come third. TDC has come fourth. Team 14, that is ASN, has come fifth. CG is sixth, and DW has taken the 7th position with only 3 players. And Extor, they have secured the 8th position. Exotic is the 9th, has secured the 9th position. Then 30 FPS has secured 10th position. Okay, Team 12. Right, so I'm still a little bit confused about which team that is, but you know. And they have secured the 11th position, INF 12th, and Tox has secured the 13th position with only 3 players. So that is the standing today, guys. Hope you all enjoyed the matchup today. It was a pretty intense zone towards the end. It was really, really sad to see some of the teams who had an advantage break down in between. But hope you enjoyed all that action. And again, we will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining us. Goodbye.
I don't know what it is about you, but you got me feeling some kind of way. I'm gonna dive right in, I don't care. Give me the word, tell me what do you say. I think I know what I want, come on and vibe with me. Don't let it go, I just want you to stay. I think I know what I need, come on, get lost with me. Don't let it go, don't let it go.